only allowing these people to just make more of this with this secret Saiyan who's stronger than freaking SS Blue Vegito. Cool. And he's just in the shadows and never mentioned and in his secret prison.
Cool.
This is what we're getting.
But people recognize it's a fun joke fluff, who gives it. As opposed to, here's Jiren, the greatest villain I've ever seen.
But he is, though.
Cool. Yep. Get in there.
That sounds like a very similar to reaction that you just had about Dragon Ball Heroes, though, so I'm confused.
No. I was talking, DA showed me another Heroes thing, and I'm just like, cool. No. Super is trash.
There's the tenors of BG's cools that you have to like really listen for the subtlety. Cool is like, yeah, he's okay with it. Cool is he's pissed off at it.
Be in there. Trunks and Vegeta's fuse, cool. Get in there.
Jiren?
Yep.
No. Anything Jiren is like, nah. My girl Belle took me straight to the top.
Why am I not surprised, Belle?
They weren't ready for it.
You almost lost to a Ganon.
You don't. That's the story of my life.
You're almost losing to a Ganon?
Almost losing to Ganon. Because no matter who you are, you're always one hit away from almost losing to a Ganon. It's not fair.
Is Ganon really fast?
I'm just imagining, like, just milestone moments of your life, like graduating high school, you almost failed. It's just your teacher stamping an F on your paper. Doria!
Go to your job interview for your current job, and he's just waiting there behind the door, charging the kick, just waiting.
All right, let me open this door to the workshop. No! Pokemon had another little trailer thing. Showed off some new Dynamax forms, which are like the giant forms. Charizard looks fucking
so dumb.
I'm so
I
tired
hate
of
all
Pokemon.
of it. How y'all hitting 1,000 with all the humans and the Pokemon are just stinking up the joint. That coffin looks so dumb.
I like Dynamax Charizard. He looks pretty fucking
They
sexy.
keep willing out Charizard.
And I'm okay with that.
Yes,
I'm sick of it. Blastoise and Venusaur gets no kind of love. Char is always Charizard, and I'm sick of it.
It's because Charizard, man.
Yeah. Charizard the best.
he's not the best.
He is the best.
Charizard the best.
He's not.
But
He is.
so they showed off a bunch of different Dynamax forms, and they have ones for the Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. And I just love the fact that Let's Go Pikachu's Dynamax form is just original fat Pikachu.
Seriously,
It's
amazing.
all it is.
Can we talk about Meowths, though?
I hate it. It looks so stupid.
Long cat.
I hate it.
Very long cat.
Yeah.
Like, Pikachu's like, oh, okay, that's a cute callback. Meowth. Wait, guys, what the fuck?
That's the, you know. That was the drugs finally kicking in. Like, they had some good designs, and then, like, at the peak of the creative portion of their high, they made Sirfetch'd, who's amazing. And then then they lost the buzz, and Dynamax Meowth came out of it. Robert Downey Jr.'s Doolittle.
Oh, did you see
The accent is the thing.
Uh-huh.
see the Reddit stuff?
No.
Wait, what?
The Reddit stuff surrounding Doolittle. There was a dude that was working on a production company, and he just started releasing information. So the director was a piece of that clearly was out of his league and did not know what he was doing and micromanaging everything. So they would be shooting for the day, and the people would go, so where are the animals going to be placed? because we need to know where Downey's gonna be standing so we can place the animals there in post. And he goes, we'll figure it out. Let's get this shot of shooting.
Great.
And there's like 5 stories of that.
Interesting.
We'll feel it out.
Great. The dude ended it with, I don't know who the production company is that they brought in, but if they can make it even watchable, they all deserve a raise. So he's thinking this is gonna be a dumpster fire.
Interesting.
I'd believe it, which would be very sad for Downey. I feel like he'd just kind of be annoyed.
Who cares? He doesn't care.
Oh, he doesn't.
Need it.
He's
This
made
dude
his
is
money.
doing. This is a passion project out there.
Yeah.
He's like, whatever, friggin' dog movie, polar bear, let's rock it.
Yeah,
He don't need this.
He's set for life.
Oh yeah, he's done. He's 100% done.
If they just go, this guy's eating 5 devil fruits, nobody wants to see that. Because it's such a
you
drop
say
from
that.
the Oda quality.
You say that.
You say that, BG, but we got Jinbei fans out there.
You have
Pumping
Jinbei
they fist.
stands out there. People who stand
Everybody
Jinbei.
wants to see SS5 Goku.
Everybody's waiting for that next one.
I think people just want Super Saiyan 4 back.
No, definitely. It's the best form. It's the best form.
It's the best form.
I just
But nobody-
on that
Go
note,
ahead.
you guys just put out as the first episode of A New Revisited.
Oh, it was so fun. It
Was it,
wasn't
DA?
fun at all.
Was it?
I got so angry, and I'm like, I hate feeling this way. Then I just got drained of energy. I'm like, well, at least I know that I'm not a murderer or anything. It's like, all right, take me in, officer. I did it. Because I just got drained for like 5 minutes. I'm like, I gotta keep the energy up, and I'm just like, oh, BG, go on a huge rant. And BG's like, well, that sucks. Pause. Look at me. I'm like, I'm done.
Oh no.
Take the ball, BG.
Oh no. No, sir.
You dribbled
Because,
the rest of this shot clock out, my friend.
The issue with that was you went 4.5 minutes. We played about 20 seconds. I went for maybe 40 seconds, and then you jumped right back in. So I'm like, oh, he's got more in him. And then for the beginning of part 2, you go on another rant.
Oh.
And then you just, for like 5 minutes, go, yeah, I don't know. And I'm like, oh, he threw.
Oh, he used it all up. He got nothing left.
You threw it all at
I'm
the
not
spirit
an
bomb and still
I'm
had
not an
14
angry
episodes
person.
to go.
But this dude was talking all this hot nonsense.
Yeah, it was terrible.
And I just exploded like 3 times. And then I just went, and it wasn't like fun. Genlock sucks. Oh my goodness. This was like, dude, you're doing stuff that legitimately pisses me off.
He was so mad.
Did y'all see that updated Sonic?
Yes.
I was gonna
No.
get to that after this.
Okay.
We stand with movies.
all right. Yes, he looks so much better.
Look good.
Oh, what
It
happened,
looked
DA?
big good.
You were the one
No,
talking about.
no. I said it looked fine. Now
Uh-huh.
I'm saying it looks good.
Bruh.
I never said that looked good.
Bruh.
I was on the fine train.
That train was a crashing. Because he wasn't fine.
Yeah.
He wasn't okay.
We still doing this?
He wasn't a 5.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Podcast of Stuff, episode 179. You going stir crazy yet?
Nope.
I was.
Really?
I
Really?
had me a moment.
Oh, no.
The walls were closing in. I was like, oh, I can't do this no more. Get me out of here.
Even with all your P5 and all that.
Yeah. It's you don't, when the option is gone, that's when you want it. It's like, I don't go out and do too much, but now that I can't, I'm like, wow, I just want to do so much. The world is so big and I'm just here. So yeah, I had a little moment where I was just like, ooh, this is bad.
It's like when you're hungry for something and then you go and look in your fridge and the thing that it's full of food, but the thing that you want isn't there always.
Just it in there. You just go, well, I want that. I want just that.
Mm-hmm.
I've had so many times where I'm like, oh, I want me some French toast. I'm going to cook this up. Got me some cinnamon. We ain't got no eggs. And that just ruins my whole mood. I'm like, mother. And that's how I feel right now. I'm like, I am just dying to go to the movies. Anything. What you got?
Yeah, I've been
miss me some movies.
on that note, did you guys see that AMC more than likely is going to go under because of this?
Yeah, it's their own fault.
They don't have enough liquid cash to last them through midsummer being closed like this. I agree.
You had a lot of smaller local places that would offer like assigned seatings and recliners and all that stuff. So AMC had to upgrade a bunch of crap, but they didn't really have the money to upgrade it. So they had to put in a lot of loans and they were making all their money back through like restaurants and alcohol and dining and all that extra stuff, of course, on top of concessions. But restaurants are hurting more than almost anything right now, restaurants and bars, and that's like the main thing they were getting their money from, and it's just not happening, so they're not going to get anything.
Yeah. It's enough probably to like kind of get even, but not enough to actually be profitable.
Sustainable, yeah.
Sustainable, yeah. Yeah. I do miss going to the movies. I'm happy that a bunch of companies now are like, all right, we're going to release the stuff streaming. That way people can still actually get some of that. I've actually seen...
I need to watch the Dave Bautista spy movie. The little kid spy movie.
Goodness, that...
I think it's called My Spy.
That exists?
Dude.
It wasn't just casually tossed into a dumpster after the first trailer.
It was casually tossed into a theater in the midst of Corona for like a week, and it made oops. I think it made like $2 million. Like, it's over.
Yeah, Mulan's global gross is like $782. Like, whoa.
Say even China, they closed back their theaters. They reopened them briefly and then quietly closed them for unknown reasons because there's like, everything's fine here. Corona's gone. Nothing's happening. Nope.
Okay.
Actually, on the wrestling note, I saw that The Big Show is getting a sitcom called The Big Show.
No, it's called The Big Show Show.
Oh. Even better.
No, it's just really not. What are you doing? Everyone's just starved for entertainment at this point.
You gotta just pump out that content. Just get it out there. Get your name out there. Somebody's gonna be bored enough.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Hey, one viewer. That's probably just me. That I see in as remanager. Yeah. Most of the stuff that I've been watching obviously is like different YouTuber things. A lot of Zero, because he uploads every day. Critical Role
is the main thing.
has been doing like little things here and there. Like they're not doing the main episodes because obviously they have to get in a studio and record, and they're not doing that. They released a fun little like game of telephone today. Made it into like a little show. What else have I been watching? That's about it. Like other little things here and there that pop up on YouTube, but nothing too much. I haven't really been watching things, I guess. It's mostly playing things.
You can do both.
I can, but I just don't have the interest to. Not the interest. What's the word that I'm trying to think of?
Motivation, drive.
I don't know.
I feel the same way. One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 isn't a very intensive game, so I could have watched a bunch of anime while I was doing it, but I didn't. Just went back to the same...
but at the same time, did you listen to Phil? Or...
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you're still listening to
No, but it's
else.
the same stuff. It's
Yeah,
not
absolutely.
anything new. I have a hard time getting to new stuff. I'd rather just go back to the old stuff. Like, I've watched this like 8 times. I know what it is. Just say,
Yeah,
I can look up, look down.
I'm in the same boat. Like, I've rewatched so many episodes of Critical Role. same exact boat.
The last 4 anime I've gotten into were Fire Force, Dr. Stone, King's Game, Hunter x Hunter. I have no interest in new anime anymore.
There's a lot of good stuff
That's
out there.
That's a 50-50 shot. And Fire Force is mostly I
was going to ask what you thought of it.
It's mostly I.
Yeah, it's...
I love Arthur.
That is a you character for sure.
Dude, I love Arthur. He's the greatest. Beyond that, everybody else is just mostly, all right.
They're typical.
Yeah.
Like either typical, just shonen, or like, the author just being a perv. But that happened in Soul Eater.
Like, again, without pretty full animation and visuals, nobody would be giving a about it.
I feel like I don't know that. I feel like the manga was popular, but that's anecdotal evidence and nothing really for me to say like point to.
And technically, what is popular?
Yeah. What'd you think of Dr. Stone?
Dr. Stone was cool.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna actually pick up that manga.
Yeah, I'm loving the manga. It is it's very different shonen, and it's just like how it goes about conflict and resolution and stuff. I am a big fan of, and just it is a very wide cast of characters.
Don't throw the different word at me, Mike. Revisited has shown me that different just pisses me off. If things are good simply for different, pissed off.
It's been a rough couple of strings of Revisited.
I'm just saying, it does approach things differently, and it is good. Both facts can be true.
Okay,
separately.
absolutely. But I feel like most people conflate the two, where he does things different, so it's good.
Yeah. And I am not refuting that.
Nux Taku, Youth, and Bum. Undescribable bum.
He's quite the bum.
Naruto does not do anything different nor better than 80% of its competitors.
This is one that's not out yet.
It was a rough episode.
It's one of 2 that's not out yet. I have 2 in the bag.
I still waiting on that Genlock. No.
Oh yeah. I actually have all of next week off, and I'm doing all the editing stuff I need to do.
All right. I'm gonna hold you to
so
that.
I'm getting all my video games in now.
I just had a thought of something. I did see that they actually finished on the similar vein. They finished writing Ruby 8. So we'll see if that actually comes out.
Probably not anytime soon.
I mean, it's October, so
dude, this year is over.
Yeah, this year is just completely borked.
Yeah, me and my friend were talking about this. He was like, "Who do you think was rapper of the last year?" And I'm like, whatever. And we're just talking about it. And then I just thought about it. There's nothing you can say for this year. You can't go, this rapper was the best of this year, because nobody's going to be able to put anything out. Nobody's going to be able to tour. Nobody's going to be able to shoot actual videos. for months, if not the entire year.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Dance Gavin Dance pushed their entire tour back almost 6 months. Yeah, you can fart all you want. That all 3 songs, Fire, Flames, Fire.
I actually haven't listened to the other 2 yet. I didn't know they were out.
Are you serious?
Until you posted today. So after this podcast, immediately I'm going to be listening to them.
I will continue.
Lyrics Lie might be my favorite one now.
Ooh.
I was still fighting Strawberry's Wake and Prisoner because I love Prisoner. But man, Strawberry's Wake is incredible. See, DA, when you talked about your ponies, I didn't go upset.
I'm sure I can point to many times where maybe not exact fart noises were done, but the concept of fart was made.
Yeah, but
the idea of fart was put forward.
The theme of fart noises.
Yes, if you would.
But while you were talking, I would usually just go, "Oh, and you shut up, me. Let me get this out," and then you go into your whole 4-minute spiel. I talked literally 7 seconds before.
Yes, Gavin. I'm just.
I barely talk about him,
but it's enough.
We have one brother that also likes them, and we barely talk about it.
Hey,
no, Corey is.
Corey is the biggest bum. But that's not fair.
That man's opinions are unbelievable. These mother skipped Odin's past. How do you do that?
Yeah. So actually,
and then all of Shonen Break is on week. Shonen Week is on break. It's just
disgusting.
This week?
Yes.
Oh,
all of Shonen.
Both One Piece and My Hero are at such good points right now.
Huh? What? Did you read the last chapter, Michael?
Oh no.
Which one? Which one?
One Piece.
Yes. Oh,
and you sit here and you say that.
I meant overarching. I forgot about that. Once I read that, I was like, "Oh no, oh no." So, spoilers for anybody reading the One Piece manga, and that is behind the glorious, immaculate return of the one true hero of One Piece, Jinbei.
I figured out why I hate Jinbei so much. There's a lot of people saying right now that Jinbei has saved Luffy more than literally any other person in the series. And this is true, which is trash because you're trying to shoehorn or just push him to the moon for people to like him. But I've realized why I dislike Jinbei so much. Everything and everybody has to stop to go, look how amazing that guy is.
It stops completely.
When
there were 3 entire pages of him going, "I'm back, motherfucker,"
and everybody's going, "Jinbei? Oh my God, Jinbei! Yay, cheer Jinbei!" When Luffy saw Jinbei fight, he's so awesome. When Jinbei steered the ship, Nami and Chopper and Brook, oh my God, this guy's amazing. Everybody
when he stood up to Big Mom. People are, he's standing up to Big Mom.
Everybody and everything has to stop for everybody to turn their head and go Jinbei. And I realized that's what pisses me off. When Usopp saved Luffy from Sugar, there wasn't a single person that saw that. When Usopp saved all the Straw Hats from Perona, who was there? When Zoro took Kuma, the pain from Kuma, who saw that except Brook? Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. What are y'all doing?
But Jinbei do.
And that's the entire argument.
Yeah. Says the internet. But Jinbei do.
I'm so dude. All that ball sucking that happened when he came back. I rarely go seeking out the One Piece Reddit. I'll go to Reddit, and it's part of the one of the ones I subscribe to, and I'll see it on a long list of stuff, and I'll go, oh, that's pretty cool. I went there to see these pieces of ball suck this monster. I hate this man. The only thing I can hope for at this point, I'm telling you, the worst timeline, the darkest possible timeline, is Jinbei till the end and no Karen.
That would be the worst.
That is one thing that cannot happen. Oh, I hate this man.
My hope for this is I don't have any strong attachments to the characters as you guys. I enjoyed the series, but I don't have as strong attachments. He needs to die.
Yes.
And
people already go ahead.
Let it be as glorious and whatever, just to give all of the Jinbei people the masturbatory satisfaction of seeing him die in a glorious way, saving the Straw Hats, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But he needs to die.
He needs to die.
You got Kaido and Big Mom there.
Dude!
Two people that can nuke him. Nuke him.
And he's safe to die.
Yeah.
He's so safe because we haven't had 10, 15 years with him like we have with a Frankie or a Chopper, who are just like, they're not doing too much, but they've been here and they have an important role. He's safe to kill, and it'll elicit an emotional response.
People are already saying that he came back, he was able to escape Big Mom, but she took some of his life. So maybe he only has like a month to live. I'm hoping all types of death for this man.
Just and they had to do a full spread page of him just like, here are all 4 of his limbs, y'all. Don't worry. He got away from a raging Big Mom and all of her crew and her ships. He got away, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Why did he take so long to get here? We'll talk about it in 2 weeks, apparently.
But Jinbei, though.
But Jinbei, though. It's legit infuriating.
It's so maddening.
And even in this chapter, it was just like, oh, we got this big cannon and we're miles and miles away. Nobody can stop him. Oh, what are we gonna do? Spear. Oh, he saved everybody again. Of course,
And
he did.
literally everybody.
Everybody.
The thousands of soldiers and samurai.
And Kid and Law, freaking legends in their own right, are like, what the Jinbei? What the cream in their britches.
A whole panel of just all the Straw Hats hugging each other that Jinbei's here.
Come on now.
Meanwhile, in My Hero, both in anime now.
I gotta detach for a second because I'm not caught up there.
Same.
Okay.
I wouldn't talk about it.
Well,
I will say though, Bunny Girl, the hype is
5
yo.
stars.
Yes.
10 stars.
In anime and
1,000,000
manga.
stars.
Have you guys seen at least the recent chapters of her in the manga?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just saying that's continuing. The latest chapter had more of her.
I gotta read it now.
The latest chapter had more of her being a fucking badass.
Yeah, she's just the best. She's just
and
the greatest.
They are, which I like they're doing. Granted, for some characters are smaller, but at least the next chapter is showing even more. They are highlighting more of the class of 2A.
Okay, that's good.
They need to highlight.
Yeah, because I like that Kaminari moment where you're
Yes.
just like, you need to be here.
Yes.
I like that moment, and I'm glad.
Him looking back to
Jirai.
yes, thank you. I forget their names all the damn time.
But
I remember the ones that I like and the ones that have done something.
But
for some reason, I always remember Tail Dude, Ojiro.
Boy, you asked me that in literally a minute.
bad.
Business.
It is looking like Bird Dude is going to be getting a big moment. That's all I'm going to say.
Mm-hmm.
Not Hawks, the student Bird Dude. with the shadow.
Tokoyami.
Yes. I knew it was like
I was thinking Ayama, but I know who Ayama.
darkness. It was in his name. I just couldn't remember what it was. But yeah, like the last 2 months of chapters have not had Bakugo or Deku in them, I think.
I don't care. Get Bakugo out of here.
Get him out of here.
I like Bakugo,
that
but
man
I'm just saying in general, like the two main
Wait,
characters.
what did you say about that Bakugo?
I like Bakugo.
Oh, you're crazy.
No, he can like Bakugo.
No,
There's nothing wrong with liking
there
him.
is. No more things.
Don't like Todoroki. That's where I have the problem. But you can like Bakugo.
I have a problem with
Mike, are you feeling the push?
The push is in like they're trying to get him over.
Yes.
So, are you including
That's
the
a yes.
movie? No, are you including the movie in this push?
No.
I don't even need that.
Not really.
That's a no then, see?
Yeah.
See, one of the Jiro gets her a little arc finally, but then they have to stop and turn the camera to Bakugo and go listen to Bakugo make a speech about how much he's changed and what everybody needs to do to perk up. He's trying. They have to stop Jiro, stop everything that you're doing. Let's give Bakugo even more development. Let's stop everything.
And he also had development before that arc where he's like, we've got to, with the kids and blah, 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 we got to do this. So he just had his
gotta
moment.
Stop again and just turn the camera right to him and just go, you can't be a piece of forever. Oh, Bakugo's changed. It's over and over and over and over. It's the push. That's my biggest issue.
But if he doesn't see that, I understand why he still likes Bakugo. Because that's when I turned on Bakugo. Bakugo was cool. When Bakugo got kidnapped, and it's just like he's not going to do anything.
5
awesome.
stars.
When he's like, you guys are never going to turn me because All Might has already captured me. It's been over for y'all villains. 5 stars. And then the push. Not a fan of the push.
But of course, it's just like Endeavor wants Bakugo, Todoroki, and Deku. Of course he does. How great if it would have been like Bakugo, Todoroki, and Mina. It's just like, oh, this is just a weird pair. No, we already know these 3 people's dynamic. But of course,
Mineta training with him.
Yeah, it's like make your goo and I'll explode it. There's a trail. There's some stuff that can be done there. Why? I don't know why I went with the Vita, but actually that would have been kind of hype because she's up personality, he's down personality, and then would have had to sort of beat each other. That'd have been hype. But no, we know these 3 characters dynamic, and it's just over and over and over again. And that's it for me. It's just the biggest push. I got no problem with his personality, the development, or anything. It's just like let somebody else do something because outside of the Stain thing and then this little the big little mini tournament thing that they had, Ida done. I like Ida. There's a lot to be done with Ida, but Ida had 2 moments and that was it. But Bakugo is just bam, 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 bam. It's a shotgun. That's my problem.
I got a shotgun.
So I guess my counterpoint to that, obviously, I'm not. This is just me like probing into your opinion, not trying to change it. Because I consider Bakugo basically to be the Sasuke of this series. He is the secondary main character. So obviously, he's going to get more screen time. Do you agree with that sentiment that he's the secondary main character?
Absolutely.
I also don't agree with the sentiment that he should get more screen time.
Yes, I believe that he has had enough to satiate him for a very long time. He did not need to intrude on Jiro. He did not need to, in the beginning of the big band thing, just go, all right, everybody, here we go. Why did it need to be him doing that? It's every opportunity that they need, that they can, to turn the camera and go, look at what Bakugo is doing. They do.
Do you ever, did you ever feel that Kuwabara got he got as much screen time as in Hiei or Kurama as far as good moments? But I would say he's the second main character. It literally means nothing to me that just because you're the second main character, that should be in service to you getting a tremendous amount of screen time. And I also wouldn't have mind if it was a tremendous amount of screen time, but it was broken up more. It's just like Arc Bakugo, Arc Bakugo, Arc Bakugo, Arc Red Riot, Arc Bakugo.
And even if we go back to Naruto, there's whole stretches where there's like the invasion of pain. Nothing about Sasuke. The 5 Kage invasion thing that Sasuke did. Nothing about Naruto. They're off on their own little thing. They're like their own little main character at that point. But at every point, it's just like Bakugo, bam.
Okay.
Outside of the Mafia arc, that's about it.
Oh, where he's not front and center.
So
now say they don't
literally not there.
Say they don't do like anything with him for, I'll just say, a year. Would that like bring you guys back around?
Not bring me back around, but I would appreciate it more when he came back.
Okay.
Because I'll say the last 4 out of the last 5 arcs has had Bakugo moments or Bakugo development. What's the last thing that you've seen Mina do?
I thought you were gonna say Mirio, because that's like, y'all want to take care of this situation.
Ayama had a mini arc, like it was literally a chapter of just like, hey Deku, we're kind of the same.
Like that I'm not going to dispute at all as far as like the other classmates not getting time to shine. It's very much a Naruto syndrome going on where you have all of these characters and then you do nothing with them.
Worse is in Uraraka. She should be doing tremendous stuff. She was at the Mafia arc, did
nothing. Everybody had a big moment. And then they were just like, here's like half a chapter of her and Asui doing something with the girl of the big three, and that was it. I was like, oh, I guess she didn't get a big moment. Bakugo would have.
Sounds like the jealous younger sibling. Bakugo would have got that. Yeah, really, like, I guess who it's 2A, right? I'm trying to think of that's the name of the class, right?
1A and 2A. Yep, it's 1A and 2A.
It is 2A though, is their class. Or is it 1A? I don't remember what their class is.
You mean the main class?
Yes.
Oh, it's 1A.
Is it 1A? Okay. Who in 1A would you compare to 1010?
Either Sugar Rush or the animal one.
I would agree with Miss Animal Guy. I really wonder how he even got in the hero course.
Because it's actually a very useful power. He speaks to animals.
But considering that test was like taking down giant robots, how did that work? That's all I'm wondering. Didn't think about that, did you?
He could have rescued some people.
But that wasn't like really revealed until the end.
No, I didn't say it wasn't. I'm just saying he absolutely could have rescued people.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Still odd.
Yeah, they don't show that. They don't even think about it.
How
many people did Zero take down? How many robots? Like,
I remember them going to Grape Rush and just going, how did you get in anyway? And I remember him saying something like, it wasn't about taking down the robots, it was just about getting around them, and he just stuck them to the ground and he got around it. So
okay, maybe he just distracted them with birds.
Distracted it with like a snake or something.
Just made a sparrow see its reflection in the robot's eyes and it just starts attacking it. And fucking sparrow hasn't come back this year so far. Knock on wood.
Dude, why would you mention a sparrow attacking anything? Because all it does is make me think of Hunter x Hunter and a random crow, raven, falcon, whatever attacking her. Dude, that series is trash.
I think you just
I'm
have a
so tired
complex
of-
at this point, man. You just have you're getting triggered by Hunter x Hunter.
Dude, it's not even that Hunter x Hunter triggers me. It's the fans that trigger me.
It's always the fans.
Because there's so many people that put it like so above. It's like I have seen literal statements of Hunter x Hunter is so above shonen that I don't even count it as shonen. What are you talking about? It's just a shonen and it sucks.
It's like on a higher plateau, dude. Bruh.
It's gotta be like mind share stuff where it's just like I'm supposed to feel this way about this series, and if I don't, something's wrong with me. So yes, it's just as amazing as everybody said. Listen to these people talk about how great it is. That sucks.
I wonder if have I ever felt that way about something?
What? So such vitriol and hatred for it?
No. Where it's just like I have to like this because everyone else does.
For me, it wasn't because everybody else does. It was because of previous incident. It was Final Fantasy 13, where I was just like, I love Final Fantasy 10. This is Final Fantasy 13. It's more, it's bigger, and I was just like, yeah. And then I was like, yeah, yeah. And I remember the exact moment where I was just like, oh, I can't even pretend anymore. It was near the end of the game where it was just like, you are now free to roam anywhere you want. Look, there's dinosaurs. Look, there's big open field. I was like, I just don't want to. I don't care about anything that's going on, the characters, the fighting, nothing. And that was just me just going, well, I guess I was wrong.
Like the only thing I can even like, I'm looking at
force myself to like something.
Yeah, the only thing I can even compare that to, like that feeling, because I can't really think of anything where it's just like, well, everyone else, like, unless it was like some stupid school shit where it was just like a TV show
high
or
school
something.
Stuff doesn't really count.
But like, as far as like your feeling on Final Fantasy 13, Tales of Xillia. Same deal. Where I'm like, man, I love the Tales series. Yeah. And that was the game where it's like, play as the two different characters to get two sides of the story. Didn't even make it through the first story. It just petered out, and I'm like, I don't care. I don't care about this game.
I can tell you an example of like people on the internet doing that stuff, and that's Black Clover. Everyone hated it because they were supposed to hate it.
Yeah.
Without ever really giving it a chance.
I was probably implicitly on that bandwagon.
You were probably what?
Implicitly on that bandwagon too. I still haven't watched it. I just have no opinion on it.
But as far as you know, it's a bad series, and you're not supposed to watch it or like it because it's a bad series. When it's actually a really good shonen. I don't care what anybody says. That is good. That's the subversion. Where's all the people ball sucking that?
But it's not good because it's a subversion. It's just a subversion and it's good.
It's a good series that happened to subvert some things. Not a subverting series, thus good. I was looking up deconstructionist anime because people call Hunter x Hunter a deconstruction anime, and I stumbled upon this blog where it's just like Hunter x Hunter is not a deconstruction anime. Do you know what they actually listed as the example of a battle manga that's deconstruction? Madaka Box. And it's actually true. Dude, it was a long blog post, pictures, examples, everything. Just like Hunter x Hunter is just a show. It's fantastic. If you're ever bored, I highly recommend you read it.
It is a television show. It is produced. It has a director. It has animators. It is a show.
It is just a series. the use and abuse of deconstruction. Look at this. My dude put in work, and I read all of that, and I'm like, that man put in work. He came with sources, everything. This is how you do it. Not y'all, it deconstructs it because while you think it actually, what did it deconstruct then? I'm just reiterating my point.
Well, no, they just have to give one point and one counterpoint because that's all that exists. And sometimes you don't even just need to give the counterpoints.
Dude, there are so many revisited we do where people are just like, so many times in anime a character or a villain will do this, and then they just show it, and it's just like, you're not giving examples of this. Unlike this series and moving on, what do you mean by that?
It is interesting, just like going back and looking at some of these videos that you guys have watched, how much Dragon Ball has painted a picture of a genre. There's a lot of these counterpoints and arguments that these people are making are in... What's the phrase that I'm trying to think of?
In service or contrast to?
Well, just like all inevitably they point back to Dragon Ball was where this stereotype was colored.
Mm-hmm.
Of, power-ups, power scaling, bland fights, yada, bland characters, what have you. Transformations, what have you. It's just like, yes, Dragon Ball did it. And I wouldn't say they weren't the first, but it was the most popular. They popularized certain trends.
Popularized it, absolutely.
But that doesn't mean that, one, all series that do that are bad.
No.
It's just like it's an overreaching statement when people will say like Shonen does this. It's like, no, like 5 Shonen do this.
And that's another thing. They put it in such a blanket term of Shonen. Dude, Shonen has been around for what, 50 years?
More, probably.
Dude, you really think in all of Shonen they do this? Come on.
Yeah,
now, I'm curious.
Really eye-opening for how people are consuming YouTubers and the way people think about certain things is really, really eye-opening, if nothing else. And it's also really, really fun.
And it's also eye-opening to YouTube analysts, like the people that do the anime analysis video, because the way they analyze things is so just like everything. I told this to DA on the last episode of Revisited. Everything they do is very much in the WWE style of this is the greatest, never before, blah, 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 blah. When everything is the greatest, nothing is the greatest. Nuxaku did a video where he goes, Naruto does character development better than any other shonen in history. And that's the one we revisited. And it's like, no, it simply does not. You're simply lying. One of the things he said was Shikamaru's flaws was he's lazy and he lacked empathy. You're lying.
And he had exactly 0 examples lacking empathy.
And then 40 seconds later, he goes, Shika cares about the village. How does he lack empathy then? Just lying. Just contradicting your own point.
Ooh, boy.
Terrible.
So I just Googled the first shonen manga because I was curious as to how long they've been around. Shonen Sekai, the Youth's World, is one of the first shonen magazines published by blah, 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 specializing in children's literature. Published from 1895 to 1914. Ooh. Shonen been around for over 100 years, y'all.
How long just jump? But yeah, like you're
Who was it that said that? Oh, it was Nux again that said Geo and Diablo were two of the greatest shonen characters in history. You're lying.
Absolutely.
You could pick out 5 series and they wouldn't hit the top 10. Dude, I'm just tired of it.
Revisited is fun.
All right.
Yeah, so Shonen Jump itself has been around since '68.
So a lot of people in this subreddit thread that I'm looking in are quoting Jungle Emperor Leo, which came out 2 years before Astro Boy, which came out in the 1950s. In 1950. And I would definitely Astro Boy is definitely like retro as you can get for shonen. Like that, the Saint Seiya series, like there's a bunch that we could point to. But I want to talk some games. There's a couple games I want to talk about. I'm gonna go through some news real quick, and then we'll get to some of the big things. One, for those that are interested, I'm not. Xbox Series X and PS5 had their stats are revealed, so you can go compare which is more powerful, or if you care, whatever. I think the main thing that is really important, the only thing important of note to any of us here is that PS5 is going to maintain most backwards compatibility with PS4. So, BG, you good.
No, I'm still not good.
Really?
Digital. I need digital backwards compatibility.
I think that's what they said.
They definitely said there's a solution for backwards compatibility, but I don't know if it's digital yet.
I can double check that. But
Please
it seems like you
seems like you
good.
We'll see.
There are rumors, and they seem to be pretty strong rumors, that basically right around whenever E3 is going to be, Nintendo is going to announce a bunch of remakes of various 3D Mario games for Mario's 35th anniversary. So 64, Sunshine, the Galaxy games, 3D World, a bunch of stuff. Give me Sunshine on the Switch. I love Sunshine.
Never played it.
For those that are, for some reason, really starving for some type of gaming instrument, Stadia Pro is going to be free for 2 months, guys.
Yeah.
Get in there. You and those 8 other people.
Please. We're not begging. We're just asking. Please.
I mean, this is an opportunity for y'all. We helping y'all out.
Please.
Please.
Just smiling with us. Hey, please. Come on over here. Hey, we're dying over here.
Why do you sound like you're from New York?
It's New York is not doing well. That's why.
That's layered, man. And then the most recent news was the PS5 DualSense controller got shown off.
It looks so lifeless.
Obviously, there's PR flair, but one of the things in the PR flair was just this is a rapid, the biggest departure that we've taken in this controller in the last 2 decades. I'm just looking at it, I'm
Nah, it definitely is. It's way fatter. It looks bulkier.
But the overall design is still the same.
Yeah, it's not like they put the analogs where the triggers are.
But
it's only so much.
To me, at
Somebody
most,
sat down at a big table and just went sleek, and they went, "Oh, okay," and they tried to make something as sleek as possible.
Two-tone. Yeah, I think it looks fine.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like is the lack of the color on the buttons.
I mean, there's probably going to be at some point a pro customization type thing that you can probably do.
Or various. I'm very much believing that they're gonna sell scans for it.
For sure.
And it's just gonna be that's why it's so white, because you're just gonna attach your scans to it.
Yeah, people have been photoshopping it a bunch just because of the clearly defined two-tone colors.
Oh, there's one more gaming thing. There's heavy rumors that a new Silent Hill is coming out.
Oh yes, under Kojima.
No. Mm-mm.
Really? I heard they were
Definitely.
trying to. Konami was trying to sell the rights to Sony itself.
Oh yeah, that's far. And Konami, they dispelled that rumor. They were just
Oh,
like,
okay.
no, that didn't happen. What it was is there's a insider right now that's talking about Sony's not buying the rights, but they're developing a game, and it's going to be published by them. It's going to be the original team, and it's going to be developed at Sony Japan. So it's going to be exclusive to PS5. Heavy
Okay.
rumor right now, and it's going to be announced within the next few months.
So is this based off of the Silent Hills, or is this something completely different?
Different,
Completely
I
different.
believe.
Okay.
Maybe they
Interesting.
still do
Interesting.
Silent Hills if this does well, or Silent
Yeah.
Hills as a side project where it's just like,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, there's one other thing about the DualSense controller. There's two features that people were like kind of freaking out about, both for positive and negative reasons. One was the haptic feedback instead of rumble, but the other thing was the microphone. And people are getting on Sony's case about it just because Sony had patented technology where that the controller would be listening to you at all times, basically.
Mhm.
And it'd be like, oh, it seems like you're struggling with this boss. Would you like to buy the item to beat this boss? So they're going to be using
that's not gonna
your
happen.
voice for microtransactions. So
That's
people
not gonna happen.
aren't happy about that.
It's
'Cause-
as far as always listening to you, I feel like it's very much like Google or Cortana or Xbox Connect, where it's just like, hey, how are they gonna listen to you go, hey Alexa, if they're not always listening for hey Alexa?
Well, no, the devices themselves can listen, but it's the recording aspect is the problem.
Oh yeah, if it records, it's a big no.
Yes, that's what it's. They're recording what you say. Because Google got in trouble for that, Amazon got in trouble for that, Microsoft got in trouble for that, and Apple got in trouble for that within the last year. People had been releasing stuff saying that they've been recording. And a lot of the times, especially with Xbox, with like the Kinect, most of the recordings that they had were of children, which violates COPPA and a lot of other regulations. So,
it surprises me how little these corporations give us about the laws as far as children go.
It's a thing. So yeah, as far as me and games, beat Doom, or the last 2 weeks, beat Doom Eternal, and it did the thing with music where some of my favorite game music, like I'll like a song, but then I will see where a song is implemented in a game and then like it more because of the scenario in the game. There's a bunch of songs in Doom that did that for me. The game is a fun game. It is. Cannot recommend that game enough. Played the Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC finally. So, spoilers for anyone that has not played the Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC. They're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Fuck Yozora.
100%. 100,000%.
Like, there were some of the data organization fights that were hard. Some were stupid easy. I beat Larxene first try. Blind.
Yeah.
Xehanort was hard until like I learned the things. Shion stealing my health was not cool.
Hated her so much.
But once it like with any of these Kingdom Hearts fight, it's learning of patterns. But Yozora, boy, did it take a while to learn his shit. So some of the things that this secret boss can do. 1, he can steal your Keyblade. Where he just
gone.
He just runs up, says, your power is mine, steals your Keyblade, you can't use magic, you can't attack, you can just dodge and pray. And he attacks you for at least a solid minute he throws some magic at you, does a few combos, and then just like makes it rain Keyblades on you, and you just have to continuously dodge.
It's like this track and move.
Yeah, and then once you get your Keyblade back, you don't have any magic, so you can't heal with cure, so you have to use items. 2, he can also steal your health. 3, he can steal your items, which I am proud to say throughout the entire data organization and him did not use Kupo coins. Just did it straight up. So he never stole any.
He took my coin once, and I didn't realize that he did, and I beat him, and I'm like, yeah, and he just sort of rose back up and went, what? I beat him, and that kind of broke me for a second. So as you know, once he does his big dome thing, which I hate.
Oh, point 4. He can start with that.
Oh, can he?
Yes, he can. And he's just in phase 2 afterwards. He starts the fight in phase 2.
Blessings upon me, because he never did that.
There was
yeah, once he did that, he went into a second form. I'm like, all right, kill me so you can't take my coin. I don't trust you.
But it took a while, but then once again, and this took like 2 days, like 2 nights, I'll say, of learning his patterns and also looking up YouTube videos on how to beat this motherfucker. Once I learned the patterns, phase 1 was simpler. There's sometimes he would hit me, but then it's like you go into something where it's like, okay, I know I could block this here, and then I can get a chain on him. And then he never stole items from me again because I knew how to get around it. But just, I could never perfectly dodge all of his shit in his dome attack, the desperation move.
Man, and he had all those clones, and then the robots come. I'm like, what are you?
And then afterwards, he's in his phase 2 where all of his moves are stronger, and most of them you just can't block anymore. Like, he had red beam moves, you could block them. The blue beam moves, you couldn't block, and they stole your health. And just, there'd be at times where it's like, I would fuck up once and just be screwed.
And then you just hang your head. I was so close. He was right. I did everything so well. But then this happened, and it was out of my control. So it's not even my fault that I lost. It wasn't a lack of skill or anything. It was just I thought I could, but I couldn't.
Yeah, there was at least 3 or 4 times where he was a string away. Basically, like, I would just have to get him into a combo string, get to final form, and immediately use my final move, and he would have died. It was like 1.5 bars to 2 bars, and then he would get me. And boy, as soon as I won, I'd actually already watched the true ending, like, on YouTube. I just walked away from my PlayStation like, yes! Yes! Didn't care! Already saw the ending. Answered.
You see, I had the exact opposite reaction. I just sort of folded in on myself and just went, finally.
I will say that ending definitely, like, answered a little question about the series, which I won't speak to that anymore. But yeah, without a doubt, like, I was really curious when you were like, he's the hardest boss by far. Yeah, by far.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not even a contest. But I will say, that whole segment, the data organization, and that fight, blessed them for adding it, because...
Yeah, it was super fun. I'll say that. I had a lot of fun with that. Throughout
the entirety of the game, the main game, you really didn't use, like, all of your kit together. You had to for these fights. Yes. And that was awesome. And then the actual story parts of, like, playing as the different characters. Kairi was fun. I loved how, like, for all of her moves, she's like, please let this work.
Please work. I'll try this. And she's just so unsure of herself. Her and Sora's team attack is my favorite thing in almost all of Kingdom Hearts. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first time I saw it, I squealed so hard. It's so good. And then the feather that comes out is every time it's a different scene of them. That, oh my goodness.
Pretty good. Well, shit, there's something else I wanted to talk about with this.
Hey, do you notice how while y'all were doing that?
I don't care.
Spitting.
I don't care. I am a petty person. Let me have my pettiness.
Oh boy. Shit. What was it? I feel like it was something to do with Kyrie. Oh my god, I'm blanking.
The fact that I'm sad that she just went, all right, put me to sleep for a year. We're finding Sora.
Oh, I just remembered. So start the DLC. Cutscene starts with Master Xehanort. He starts talking. I'm like, hold on.
Hang on,
Like,
Tick.
I know Nimoy was dead, but this doesn't sound like the new guy either. And then I looked it up and I'm like, oh shit, the new guy died too.
Yes, he did. It's a curse.
Yeah. So, god damn it. I always forget the actor's name. Back to the Future Doc.
Lloyd.
Christopher Lloyd. Not looking good.
He did a good job, though. I really liked it.
He did. I still miss Nimoy. He just
Yeah, Nimoy was the best.
Spock with 1,800 packs of cigarettes down his throat was great. Yeah, like, you know, remainder of the DLC story, got a few other characters returning, some of the Final Fantasy folks. Yes, we shall see what happens with Kingdom Hearts in the future. But yeah, solid DLC.
So, really quickly, this is something that I had to just scrub all over. And I don't even know if this is right. But the original ending, you just see Sora looking at Kyrie, she cries, and then he fades away. In the new one, he mouths something, she mouths something, and then they fade away. Do you know what they mouthed, Mike? From what I believe, this isn't. I'm not a lip reading expert, but this was fit very thematically together.
No, I don't.
He mouthed and looked this up because I'm just like, I love you too, and I was like, that's perfect, that's great. And I was like, no, that's not what they said. He said, I'll find you, and she goes, I know. Just like in the end of Kingdom Hearts 1.
Ooh.
Look at their lips, Mike. That's what happened. Put them kids together. They deserve this. I'm sick of this.
I'm just imagining you. I think it's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, the meme of I forget what character his name is, but he's pointing at, you know, the the conspiracy
chart.
theory board. Look at the lips, Mike. Look at them. I will look into this, Mr. Brown. I will go look at this.
You've never seen Sunny, Mike?
I've just never been into it. Like, I've seen different scenes and stuff like that. It's just not my thing.
Okay.
I know people like it. I know it is lauded as a good show.
That was the end of the conversation. Now you're gonna
not
bring
my
some
cup of
out.
tea. Not my cup of tea.
Why isn't it your cup of tea?
That's not a fair question.
Yeah,
believe
it's
it.
just not my type of humor.
No, but that's what I'm saying. What is your type of humor?
I would have a really hard time describing it.
Okay, can you give me like 3 comedy shows you enjoy?
Dude, this is cutting into my persona.
Parks and Rec.
Okay.
It's gonna slide on over here.
That's like the most recent show that I've watched, comedy wise. I don't watch a lot of TV.
Okay, that makes more sense there.
But anyways, going through games. Has anyone played the RE3 remake?
No, I'm
Nope.
waiting.
Okay. One of my roommates.
I've never liked the original RE3.
There is a lot of negative stuff coming out about the remake, though.
Yeah.
Mostly about how short it is.
How short it is, the content they've cut. Yeah, I've seen all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, one of my roommates is going to be trying, because he has never played any of the Resident Evils at all.
Really?
Yeah. So he's going to start from 0
even non-gamer DA has played in Resident Evils.
Yeah.
I played 4 and one of them birds and
Say he's going to be starting at 0 and going all the way up. He's going to be playing the remakes for 2 and 3. I might tell him to play the remake or the original 3, considering this stuff, but we'll see. I just told him, I'm like, 1, tell me when you get to 4, because that is one of my favorite games of all time, and I will watch you play that. 2, tell me when you get to 5 and 6, because I will play those with you.
Dude, do you know how amazing it is for a game where someone goes, I want to watch you play this?
There are some games,
Dude,
man.
I wanted to watch my little brother play Danganronpa so bad.
It's Corey is very good deductively. I'll say.
Really?
I'm like, this dude, he's looking up the answers and stuff, and then he would get something wrong like 8 times. He'd go, oh, okay, and then just run. I'm like, what is this?
He didn't get that first one of part 3 though. Nobody could.
Yeah, that I stayed up way too long watching him play that, because I'm like, I need to see his reaction to that. And he just went, wait a second. Cause he did what we did. He's just like, okay, is this person? No, it's not. It's this person. And he just goes, wait a second. And then he just sort of like click, press button. It's you. And he goes, what? And then they explain it, and I just go, it's all there. He goes, it was all there.
Dude, when she goes, I dropped everything I had. It's all there. It's awful.
Yeah, I had to watch them play a good bit of Until Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Peanut playing Detroit was fun.
Oh, dude, I heard he was.
Oh, yeah, he stank up the joint. Play Detroit, Mike.
I have it. It is on my PlayStation. Just haven't played it yet.
Now
There's too much. There's too many games. Pirate Warriors. What do you want to say about it?
Limited time inside.
I'm still working.
You should totally do a share play.
I could.
That
My problem is like, just because of my fucking psychosis of I don't want to miss things or I don't want to do things wrong, I have walkthroughs all the time, and I like pause and look at things. I feel like I would be the most uninteresting person to play a story-driven type of game like that. Like Persona, no one would enjoy me playing it because I'm doing optimal decisions at all times just so I could do everything.
I understand.
No.
I'm talking about.
Y'all don't need a piece of paper to tell me that I can't hang out with Haru for 4 days in a row.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah, that's
No.
That's back.
I want to hang out with Haru. Don't tell me I gotta hang out with Ryuji. No.
But at the same time, if you're doing a share play and either DA is watching you or I'm watching you, it's gonna be a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about that for when he did the Yozora, just so I could see how he.
Yeah, and we're playing off each other like you Discord it up.
But then I didn't want to like set up. Okay, you have to do it at this time, and I need to be there for that. I'm like,
no. He can do it on his own, but at any time it can be like, hey, I'm about to play. Anybody want to watch it?
All right. Food for thought. Anything you want to say about Pirate Warriors?
It's so good. It's really, really good. They took out a lot. They added a lot. The combat is so fluid. It's so fast. It's so good. They split up people into power, speed, and sky types, and everybody like fits into that role. Power people, they're terrible in the sky. They got like one sky move. Oh, and also technique. The tricky people like Nami, Usopp. People who like set traps and just like walk away and like jump into the track, things like that. And power people aren't good in the air. Speed people, they're not super good. You'll have power people, they'll have like their full string of 4 moves with 3 Ys. On speed people, they'll have like 2 Ys and then like 2 Ys in the sky. Sky people, they'll have like 1 Y on the ground and like 4 Ys in the sky. Speed people have like like 7 moves they can go to. Just press X 7 times and then press Y. It's so good. And then sky people can like rush in the sky, and It's really, really fun. I like what they did a lot. Big Mom and Kaido are broken to the point that they're not fun to play as. They demolish everything, and it is not fun. But if you just like, I need to wreck something really quickly because I need a coin to get this thing to go do this thing, you pick them because they go beat an entire map in 3.5 minutes.
They also take up a fourth of the map from what I saw. They huge.
They are also big. Yeah, totally a lot of fun.
Okay. And now, Persona 5 Royal. Oh boy. My life has basically been, I work, lunchtime, I do my daily Animal Crossing stuff. After work until I sleep is Persona. That has been my life for the past week.
I get to experience the outside world through this guy experiencing the outside world.
It's like, oh man, it's raining.
Hang out with my friends.
Oh man, it's raining. Better study in the game as I look out the window at the sunshine in the real world.
And the snow in Detroit.
Yeah, it did everything but snow here. It rained, it hailed, it was sunny. I saw that post. I'm like, oh man, we were one thing short of being like Michigan. But yeah, so right off the bat in the game, there are changes. I was not expecting the changes to happen so soon, to be perfectly honest. Uh-oh.
I knew that they were coming hard and fast.
And so they introduce New Girl immediately.
Not only that, but when they're in the beginning, when they're like, we gotta run away, Joker, are you all right? You can see Goro in there. Akechi's just right there, so he's just like, bam. That's also a change.
Oh, he wasn't there. I didn't
he was
remember
not
that
there in the original.
Him, that's why.
Yeah, him. Yeah, New Girl, she just comes in like a ball of fire. Like, hey, it's me, your waifu. Peace out. No, come back.
No. You forgot the part that is going to make most people and me a little bit like immediately do a turn to her. It's like, I'm your waifu, senpai. It's like, oh no. Oh no. As soon as she said that, I'm just like, shit.
Well.
But yeah, it started a little bit of her confidant trail, and yeah, I'm really liking her already.
Dude, I'm like 4 in. Anytime where I'm just like, okay, because I'll plan stuff on my mind, because I'm like, I gotta do this, and this. This person's available on this day. I need to beef them up. I also need to go read in order to get this up. And it's just like, hey, do you want to hang out? I'm like, yes, I do. And then I have to restructure my plans and stuff. I really like her. My biggest thing is I'm waiting for a little more because she is a very, very polite person. She's extremely hardworking. She's like self-conscious. I'm like, I just need one more little thing, make her like clumsy or like an airhead, just like one more thing to just push her over the edge. But as of right now, I'm just like, yeah, this is money.
So some of the things that they've changed, obviously there's more story elements that they are introducing as the game goes on. Is it the third semester is basically where it's like a large chunk of new story is going to be introduced, I'm pretty sure. One, they have changed some aspects of the combat, actually. Your guns reload after every fight. That surprised the crap out of me, but they balanced them. They're not as strong as they were in the last game. And I believe a large chunk of enemies that were weak to guns aren't anymore. They're like weak to wind or something.
Did they not before?
No. They did not reload. You had anytime you went into a palace or mementos, you had your ammo and that was it. Your guns did not reload. Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. So as soon as when Morgana said, "Don't worry, your gun reloads after every fight," I'm like, "Huh? Wait, hold on." Because like that's what I remember. I'm like, guns were stupid strong in the last game, but then I'm like, okay, they balanced them out a little bit. There's they introduced baton passes basically immediately, and like they really focus on making baton passes a bigger part of combat. And new persona.
They get absolutely shattered.
Yeah.
Because when you play darts, you can like beef up the baton pass to the point where it does even more damage. You get life back and you get SP back when you do a baton pass.
I've never really had to worry about SP just because, one, I bought all the DLC, and two, I got I'm not sure if it was the DLC or it was just because I had Persona 5 save data, but you got these equipments that just on each of your turns you get health and SP back. So I've never really had to worry about SP. Mostly I'm just like trying to get money and stuff.
Because I got a bunch of items that are just like 15% more money per batch.
Well, I shouldn't say I'm worrying about money. That's my focus when I'm. It's getting personas that I don't have yet and the muns.
Now, here's something that sucked for me. I was struggling for money for a very long time. Then I just went, all right, I'm on my money grind right now, right? I'm just money grinding. And then I walked away from the Mementos with like, I think it was like 200K. And I'm like, cool. And I was playing the lottery all the time. Just, whatever. Here's 3,000-5,000 a year, whatever. But then I played the lottery and then I won 100,000. I'm like, when was this last week? I was a broke boy.
But yeah, I am thoroughly enjoying this game again. I'm looking forward to more and more of the new content. I think I'm right before Makoto gets her persona. Right before.
You're like right where I am. Get to hang out with motherfucking Caroline and Justine.
Yes, you do. I've done it twice.
And they are every bit as great as I wanted. Every opportunity, I'm like, I will make time for New Girl and Caroline and Justine.
One of my favorite things that they said after you come out of Big Bang Burger was like, I'm gonna paraphrase, but it's like, the comparison that these burgers are the size of galaxies was truly disappointing. The toy spaceship did soften the blow, though.
Yes! Yes!
And then Salt Bay Counselor. Those are the 2 times so far as far as new things that have actually made me laugh hard in this game.
I love them so much.
But yeah, there's so much stuff. We could talk about this game for a while, or we could go and play it, which is what I'm gonna veto we do right now. And or Smash.
We out this bit.
So, what are our facts, Mr. DA?
All right. So, you're normally y'all pick one, but I was just trolling through this one. There's a video game one. I just want to read it, so I'm picking the fact this week.
All right.
Batman Arkham Asylum was almost rhythmic. During the early stages of development, Batman Arkham Asylum was prototyped as a rhythmic action game. The second prototype focused on 2D fighting, which would pop out whenever enemies engaged and involved colored circle bashing into each other. Both of these failed attempts fueled the basis of the final combat system.
That's interesting.
It is.
That's
I would love to see
almost interesting.
I would love to see that.
Yeah.
Because that seems very dumb and weird. And why would y'all do this?
I feel like they could do it for like a beat 'em up game.
So I mean, it is in a way that is true, just because like there was a definite rhythm to the combat in Arkham.
Absolutely. Especially once you get the upgrade where it's just like you don't mash, but hit at a certain time to get the critical hits.
Yeah.
And 2-time multipliers and all that. Yeah, definitely.
Alrighty then. Well, thank you everybody for tuning into this episode of the Podcast of Stuff. We announced it on the Facebook last week, but we are moving currently to a bi-weekly stream just because there's really no news and we're just playing Persona at this point. We're not going to be doing much.
Going on.
Yeah, nothing's going on. So we're just letting 2 weeks pass by, some news and other stuff and life accumulate, and then we'll do another stream. So thank you everybody for tuning in. We will see you in 2 weeks. And because Ralph is not here and fighting the good fight being a frontline worker. Yes, essential worker. Laters, everybody.
He's the hero.